Yo, what's happening, good people? Hopefully you can hear me. Was running a little bit late today, Sunday, Lord's Day. I was in church. But no, big up to everybody who's here. Big up to my brother Kenny, always showing love. Appreciate it, brother. Um, I actually still setting up the game. Welcome back for another MTN day. We have TS Galaxy playing Stellenbosch FC. Or the other way around. Stellenbosch FC playing TS Galaxy. Yesterday, we watched Orlando Pirates taking on Super Sports United. Obviously, Pirates had too much for Super Sports. We got a couple of goals. Are we going to get the same today? I don't know. But before we get into any of that, people, please like the video, share the video, subscribe. Let's do this. Yay. Hey, what's going on my stream? Hey, what's happening, people? Welcome once again to the halftime with Vegeta Sama. I don't have a sound effect. And the game is already on, people. Like I said, sorry I'm late. These things happen. Life was lifing. But if you are tuning into the game, I'm currently at 2 minutes 15 seconds. It's currently 0-0. Should probably get the scoreboard up. And I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today, guys. So if you're watching this after the fact, I was supposed to stream tomorrow, Man United news, but I think I'm just going to record something and put it out tomorrow. I'm not feeling well. Whatever the kids had, I seem to also be having. But as soon as I'm feeling a lot better, I will be back with another live just around the United stuff. Oh, that's the wrong scoreboard. I know a lot of United fans are obviously anxious about the business. Hold on. Let me just fix this quickly. Bosh. Stellies. Stellies is playing TS Galaxy. TS Galaxy. Ah, say. There we go. There we go. Nice. 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 Again, people, if you're new to the channel, like I said yesterday, road to 100 before Jan. Please do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe. Do all those nice things. And like I said in the intro of this video, guys, I don't know if we're gonna get goals from this game. I wasn't even sure if we're gonna get 4 goals from yesterday's game, and that surprised me. I am at least hoping to see some good football being played. Let me some while I'm waiting for something of substance to occur in this game. I don't want to get angry. So that's the one thing about if you're gonna watch me with watchalongs, I always tell myself I'm detached. I'm not gonna react for lack of a better word, right? And then I watch the game, especially like with United, right? I was watching United, and I'm like, oh, we crap anyway. And I'm like, I'm just gonna chill, watch the game. But you can't help when you see dumb stuff happening on the pitch or when you see decisions not being taken. And my wife was actually making fun of me about that today. She's like, it's always funny just when you're like just screaming in the room by yourself. And I'm like, oh, you heard me? She's like, yeah, man. We can hear you when you're screaming in there alone. Oh, let me share the stream out. Let people know that I am streaming. I was just a little bit late. Just a little bit late. Hey, shout out to the person that subscribed. Appreciate it. Like up the video, people. And if you're wondering why is this thumbnail a little bit different from yesterday, guys, I couldn't find any player pictures that were of good quality. caveat of good quality for this team. So I just thought I'll just use the badges. It's better than nothing. Let us see. Wow, once upon a time I did not. I don't remember seeing a lot of people going to games, but these two games that we've seen from the MTN 8 so far, I am actually impressed um with the attendance. It's a lot more than what I would have expected anyway. Seems like there's a TS Galaxy that's just receiving. I mean, sorry, Stellenbosch Adams receiving some treatment, and for the moment, Stellenbosch are down to 10 men. Boom, boom, boom. Share this link. Hey, yo, what is going on here? Okay, doesn't look like it's letting me share the stream. So you guys are gonna have to share the stream for me, guys. Let the streets know we're back with another episode of South African flavor football. I really am excited for the upcoming season campaign because if yesterday's game is anything to go by, maybe the league has improved significantly since I last watched it. Like I said in yesterday's intro, it's pretty exciting to bring the world into our footballing scene here in South Africa. Hopefully, there's some scouts out there who'll be like, we kind of need a left back. What about? Hey, shout outs to Stephanie. Great to have you here. Always showing support. How are you, Stephanie? I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while because I haven't streamed in a while, nor have I been on other people's streams in a bit. I hope you're doing well. 3 likes already. Nice, nice. Yes, people, please like the video on the way in. It's good for the algorithm. Yeah, this is turning into a long weekend, but if you don't work, you don't get the results. Oh, I don't know if Kenny's on here, but shout out to you, Kenny. I saw you hit 100 subscribers. I think it was either early this morning or yesterday. Shout out to you. Happy for you, brother. I know you've been grinding, you've been working on that number, bro. You totally deserve that. And we're quickly on the road to 200 from what I'm seeing based on your numbers. So kudos to you, Kenny. And Stephanie says, all good, thanks. Hope you're good too. Yeah, I'm just feeling a little bit under the weather. I think I'm catching a cold. My head feels a little bit heavy. Just as I'm coming back to streaming and then I get sick, talk about Murphy's Law. But I'm probably gonna take a couple of days off. I'll just do like short pre-recorded videos just to keep the content going. Unless my voice becomes, intolerable for recording, I guess that's the short-term solution just until I get better. I think it's just from a lack of sleep, stress. So I think I need to take some time off just to get better. And then hopefully in time. So this is like a little mini injury scare from my side. Just a little, fatigue. Just get some rest ahead of the season. Because once the season starts, whether it's in the South African League, the Premier League, the cups, I'm not sure when the League Cup starts. In South Africa, we've got this cup, so the MTN 8, we've got, I don't know if they still call it the Telkom Cup, we still have the Nedbank Cup. So basically, I need to get in my rest now and take care of my health now because there's going to be a lot of football to watch. And you need to be here, guys. You need to be here, guys. You need to be the potato, guys. Okay? Be the potato. Stellenbosch FC and TS. So TS Galaxy is a relatively new team. It was founded, I believe, in 2015. Stellenbosch is also relatively newish, I think. They're actually named after a place in Cape Town called Stellenbosch. So they're a Cape Town based. But I get what you're saying. It sounds one sounds like a Swiss chocolate, and then one sounds like something like a like a Mars bar or like what other chocolates would you guys have that are in that sort of bill? But I didn't think about it until you said it now, Stephanie. So I can definitely see that. uh, I'm not gonna be able to see that now. Every time I see Stellenbosch and TS Galaxy, I'm gonna think, oh, okay, can I please get a Stellenbosch? Oh, can I please have a Stellenbosch and two TS Galaxies on the side? That would be hilarious. But don't worry, there's a lot of interesting team names in South Africa. We've got um, let me. Well, obviously, yesterday we had Orlando Pirates. We had Super Sports, which literally is named after the channel that I'm watching the game on. We've got Stellenbosch. We've got Kaiser Chiefs. We've got TS Galaxy, like we're saying, Amazulu, Morocco Swallows. So, uh, they more like your I don't want to say Brighton because Brighton's been doing a little bit bad, but like like your top eight type of a team. They're not good enough for like Champions League if I'm comparing apples for apples, but they're there and thereabouts for like Conference League. Yeah, they're there. They're a top half team. Let's just leave it at that. I think South Africa's league has got like 16 or 18 teams. It's got a lot. It's got a few teams less than England, which is funny because at some stage we used to have the same amount of teams, I think, at some stage. But if I'm looking at this table, yeah, I was right. There's only 16 teams. Funny enough, Stephanie, now that you're asking about these teams, there's actually a what you call this? There's an IX team that's based in South Africa. It's called IX Cape Town. So the mother team being IX Amsterdam, we've got an IX Cape Town. I don't know if the two are still affiliated. I would like to think so because they still use the same colors, same everything. That's how some of our players from South Africa ended up in Europe. That probably start up in like transmist. They will start out in like IX Cape Town, and if they were like really good, get transferred to like Ajax Amsterdam, and obviously if they're good enough to play there, then you'd see them play for the European version of the team, the first team. But yeah, those are the good days, man. Like I said, I really want to see a return of the South African Football League to where it used to be, man. It used to be such a good league, competitive, lot of good teams. For the fact that teams like United and City could actually come to South Africa for preseason tours. Hey, we are here for sure, for sure, for sure. We are propelling our football. I am really trying to be an ambassador for our football. Hopefully, one day, uh, uh, hopefully one day we'll be up there. Stephanie says, "Interesting. Don't tell Ten Hag, or maybe you should." I escaped out. Uh, Ten Hag probably knows about you, but you never know. Next thing he's signing some random Cape Townian to United's under 18s, under 21s, I would be happy about actually somebody needs to tell Ten Hag that he hasn't signed enough Ajax players. They are Ajax players just from Cape Town, not from Amsterdam. Because then it'll help with the football development in my country. Ineos, if you're watching, I mean, you guys are pretty on brand with this whole Ajax thing. It has been 50. Wow, you know what? When you're actually enjoying your streams, sometimes you look over at the clock, especially if the game's not really interesting, and you're like, what? We're almost at halftime house, right? Um, it's already 15 minutes into this game. What's the like count for the video, Steffi? Yesterday I think we did 7. So, and I think that's a personal best for this channel. So if at any stage I can get 10 people to like, I doubt it for this game. The big one is next weekend. I think it's Mamelodi Sundowns. Who are they playing? I think they're playing Cape Town City. I just have to double check. Which team was Quentin Fortune originally from? That's a good question. Not very sure because I'm a pretty young fan, to be honest, Steffi. I was actually surprised because I don't pretend like I didn't see the treble team. Um, so I don't pretend to like I didn't see Quentin play for us. That's how young I am. I'm more when we signed Rooney from Everton. Maybe Quentin was there at that time. Was he? I was pretty young. That's the problem. But from that age onwards, that's kind of when I started watching Man United consistently, and it's also by proxy of the fact that my brother was watching a Champions League game. I didn't know anything about European football, so I was like a local fan. My dad got me into watching Kaiser Chiefs here at home, but my brother was watching a Champions League game, and oh, go, and I'm running out of breath. TS Galaxy. I will tell that story just now about how I became a United fan. Let me just change the scoreboard. Oh, look at my wife. Oh, that's going to be on camera, so I'm just going to hide that. Oh, no, the scoreboard's still wrong. I got distracted. There we go. Cool. There we go. So where was I? Okay, sorry. Yeah. So um, my brother's watching a Champions League game. I can't remember what the game was specifically. But apparently there was this team called Man United playing some other team. Clearly, I don't remember who they were because they're irrelevant. And I remember saying, "Yo, so who do we support? Who are we support?" Because for me, it was just like I'm already supporting the team that my dad supports. So whatever European team my brother, because my dad doesn't watch European football, so it was whatever team my brother's on board with. That's kind of our team, and it happened to be that my brother's watching United. He's a United fan, so I said, "Okay, cool. So we're United fans in this house. Cool, got it." Didn't question it. From that day forward, we never went to school. Man United was my team. I started learning about the players we had as quickly as possible because obviously you want to get involved in discussions. You know whose team's better. That's how I became a United fan. So I didn't in '99. I would have been what 3 or 4 years old. Like I was young, so I can't say I watched the treble team like some people claim. I'll always defend my legends because I learned about the club, some of its history. I don't want to say all of it. I mean, I only recently learned about the Munich disaster and all of that. I recently only started learning a lot of our club's history. Being I think it was Newton before it was United. Learning all of that, where the green and gold comes from, because I genuinely do love the club. Um, but even though my brother got me into supporting United, it was never like how most United fans get introduced, where you get engrossed in the culture, the history. Newton, there we go, Newton Heath. Thank you. Like I never got that part of being a fan. I just because my family supported the team, I got into that by proxy of my brother. But the older I got and the more it became my team, more so than, oh, my brother supports the team because it went from we watched games together to I think most of the time I watched games by myself because my friends at school were football fans. Some of them were Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans. Um, my wife literally, Side note: my wife literally got into supporting Liverpool. Uh, Liverpool by virtue that she didn't like Ronaldo. I don't know what CR7 did to her. She didn't like him, and she chose Liverpool just because of that. Not because she liked Liverpool. She just didn't like Ronaldo, so she wasn't going to support United, right? But I loved him. CR7 doing his thing. But I took initiative to say, you know what, this club is giving me. I'm clearly a United fan. I love it. I could never see myself supporting anything but Manchester United. I want to learn the chants. Yes, I actually went out of my way to learn all of our chants because I said maybe God willing one of these days I have an opportunity to go to watch the guys. I don't know if it's at Old Trafford or whatever the new stadium is going to be called. But I want to be able to sing along to a lot of the stuff that United fans sing to. I learned a lot about some of the history, like I'm saying, where we come from. Actually, some of the struggles we had early on, because it's easy to just see us where we are based on recent and some of our past success, but they were like stumbling blocks along the way that we had to like challenges that we had to overcome, which is why things like the 115 charges that City are facing put a bitter taste because I think sometimes people just look at United as the money club, but they don't see the history behind all of that, the struggling, the you know the Munich 8 disaster where we actually had a good young team that we lost, and we almost had to rebuild that team, not that team per se, but our team, and still find success. And then to go through a huge spell of no success while Liverpool was having their success. That's another thing. Learning the history between the two cities. That's the other thing that people who support these clubs don't know about. Is like the rivalry between United and Liverpool goes deeper than just the two clubs. It's between the cities. There's a history there. Which is why they say this is the workman's its game, because that's where it started. It started as just workers playing the game, and it grew from that. And those rivalries from the cities then carried into the clubs. So that's essentially how I got into supporting. Ma- that's not. Thank you, Stephanie. This is another thing I found out about. And so when people say we don't know struggle, we don't know, bro, we literally got relegated and we came back. So when we get to enjoy being the biggest club with the biggest fan base, with making a lot of money, uh, could be making a whole lot of more money if not for owners who shall not be named on this channel anyway. We would be so much further ahead, bro. Like, yeah, this institution, it just, I don't know how to put it in words. Oh, goalkeeper almost messed it up there for Stellenbosch. No, for TS Galaxy. That could have been not. 2 days in a row now, I'm seeing dodgy goalkeeping in South Africa. I don't like that. Look at that. That is such a rubbish goal to give away. Oh, but you know what? Kudos to Stellenbosch FC who have replied. And I'm just going to keep telling my story while I am updating this. But, you know, our club has been through the most. We've survived a lot. That's why we say, we're Man United and we're never gonna stop, bro. We've won it. We've seen it all. We've won the lot. That's us. That's who we are. And that's for me. I guess that's also why when I get on these channels and I get the sentimentality we have for our current squad players, because as a United fan, you're always going to love your team. Yo, what's up, Eddie, bro? Eddie, I'm actually glad that you're here, bro. If I ever, and I will, not if, when I blow up, bro, 1K, bro, I was just thinking about shits and gigs and how they got this animator guy who animates this stuff and how they also brought him to their show at the O2. I've seen your stuff, bro. It looks legit, bro. I'm actually a fan of your channel. I subscribed, if I'm not mistaken. One day I would love to work with you. That would be fantastic. That's a goal. I've put it down there. As soon as I subscribed, I put it there. I said I'm gonna work with Eddie. I love his content. So everybody, Go over to Eddie's channel, drop him a subscribe, check out his channel. He's got fantastic stuff on there. Definitely Stephanie. It's United and will never die. Sorry, like my throat is yeah. Cold. I hate winter because of this. Like, oh. But yeah, I love this team. I'll never turn my back on United. That is not, I can't comprehend that. What game are you watching? We're actually watching a local cup game between two South African teams from the South African top division of football. Stellenbosch FC versus TS Galaxy. They're playing for the first trophy of the season called the MTN 8 Cup. I am gonna be covering United stuff on the channel, but I also thought as a local person, I do wanna give some spotlight to South African football and hopefully educate a few more people about our football. You know what I'm saying? I'm being an ambassador to the country. So yeah, hope that answers your question. No, 80, bro. Like I said, I'm a big fan, and kudos to you, bro. So definitely, guys, you need to subscribe. If you're watching this, please obviously like my stream, leave a comment, but make sure you go over to 80 Football's Waffle and just subscribe, guys. Like, he's got good content. Trust me. 5 likes. Yes, halfway. I just need 5 more people on YouTube to find my channel, to subscribe, and to like. And then I will make my 10 likes go. Or even after this, guys. If you just like, I wonder what he was reacting to. Just like, you don't have to watch the whole stream. Yeah, we can collaborate eventually. What's your Twitter? So my Twitter is essentially at Vegeta Sama TV. It's similar to my YouTube handle, at least the same. I think my YouTube handle is also at Vegeta Sama TV. So if you drop me yours in the chat, I can actually maybe drop you a follow after this, and we can connect on there, broski. Nah, bro. That's LA Galaxy. We don't have that sort of money here, but at least we play it the right way, broski. I will say that much. We do have relegation. We do have like well, they also have transfers, but we have relegation. We've got the same rules more or less. We are a very old league. I don't know which one is older though. I don't know. Uh yes, I've experimented on that. Had a pretty good success rate, which is actually why I started using a camera now. Because remember before, I used to have the avatar, but then my wife was like, "You should show your face," and in conjunction with the shorts, because obviously it helps if people see my face in the shorts. It makes for better content than just seeing my little avatar guy. Even though I love that avatar, I think it just helps if people can see my face. I want to get a better thing for my green screen because obviously I don't want you to see the mess that I'm in right now. But I've got a TikTok reluctantly. It's very new. I don't like TikTok. I'm just gonna be posting on that. I think it's also called Vegeta Summer TV if you're interested in that, guys. But primarily I'm on Twitter and YouTube. I do have, how many shorts do I have on the channel? Because I was actually experimenting around with that. Um, my A lot of the stuff I'm doing is pretty new because I just got new. I'm using my iPhone for my camera right now, but I am getting wow. My hey, you know what? I might actually do a short for this off this. But yeah, definitely. What's going on here? Definitely doing video shorts. Like I said, I'm gonna do a pre-recorded video at least twice a week because I can't always be live because of work. And right now I'm just feeling fatigued. I think the Euros took a lot out of me. On top of that, I've got 2 kids that are 2 years and younger, so that also has taken a lot out of me. I'm also, and you guys can keep me accountable, which is probably great to announce that. I'm also like starting. So KG, like Stephanie, you will know that KG and Flex are doing this whole I think it's Oxford or whatever they call that place, and they're going through this house journey that they've been going on. I've actually been inspired by that myself. So I'm seeing a nutritionist. I'm at the gym now. I, I'm gonna force myself essentially tomorrow because I'm not feeling 100%. But I'm also doing that. So it's a lot. It's a lot of changes, but I'm learning. I'm even editing most of my videos now, and I have like zero editing experience. So like if you see my shorts that I currently have on the channel, that's just me. It's just me learning on the job. The intro, that's just me learning on the job. So I think even with shorts, like you're saying, short, snappy videos, I'm learning. I'm learning to add captions and the right music. So I'm a creator at heart, but a lot of the stuff is brand new to me. Like honestly, it's a it's a skill that I'm still learning. But you know what? I'm okay with organic, slow growth. It just means that you guys are going to be here for the right reasons, and I'll be blessed to have whatever subscribers. Because I'm just for me, this is it's nice to have something to have outside of being a dad, husband, and an employee somewhere. This is something that's mine, that I enjoy. It helps me to de-stress. It doesn't take as much time off my life because I used to game before to kind of. Ooh, I used to play a lot of video games before, but I just don't think that's a good, you know, way to spend my time. Unless it's maybe making content, then I might look at that. But for now, this is me. But yes, people subscribe. You heard it. I am going to be dropping YouTube shorts. Who knows? It might be shorts of me ranting. Actually there's a short I want to drop either today or tomorrow. I was watching yesterday's game between Orlando Pirates and um you call it? Orlando Pirates and Supersports. There we go. And I was going on a rant. Meanwhile, none of these teams are my team. I'm like, why am I taking this so personally? Then I realized, you know what? It's because I love the game. He loves the game. He loves the game. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but nah, thank you guys. Appreciate you. Uh, Thanks, Eddie. Currently using my phone because I don't have another camera, and honestly, the PC camera is like not even an option. So as soon as I get off this, I will. Oop, is TS Galaxy garbage. As soon as I get off this, I will check out. Yeah, I'll follow you back on X. Sorry. Da 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 da. Oh, thanks, Steph. You know what, guys? Like Stephanie is literally the best. Like anybody within the community, whether it's on Football Power Hour, Mark in Kenny will tell you like Stephanie is such a blessing to us in our lives. As is all of you guys, but she's just like, shout out to you, Stephanie. We appreciate you. If nobody said it, I appreciate you. Yeah, bro. I think one of the hardest things about YouTube is the consistency element. Like I remember like a lot of people speaking about it, but like I said, the best part about being in a community is that because my friends are doing it, like Mark is doing it, Bot is doing it consistently, you almost feel like motivated almost. That's why I'm bringing the South African football because that's something that'll be it'll be unique to my channel, you know. And my daughter also just decided to join the watch party. Hey, no love. What's up? Okay, go get a diaper then. Oh, I like this. I like this. I need to think about this when I'm offline. But yeah, anyway, that's a lot that I've shared about myself. You wrote about my United journey. You obviously know more or less what my age will be. if I started supporting, what is that, mid 2000s ish. What's your guys' United stories? I'm interested in the comment section. And maybe I can even maybe drop a community post. Just let me, like, when did you start supporting? Why did you start supporting? Um, is it because of family? Did you just play FIFA? I know a friend of mine who literally supports City because they were the underdogs at the time. It was his FIFA team for whatever reason, or was it Pro Evolution? Sorry, Pro Evolution team, because he's a Pro Evolution player, very unorthodox. City supporter playing Pro Evo, you know. Um, but what you guys let me know what your guys' story is, and if you guys ever get interested in South African football, we'll go through the teams. I know a little bit of some of the teams' histories. Some of them are intertwined. Fantastic. Um, and maybe you guys can choose your own teams. I know people did that when a bunch of celebrities flocked to the, what you call this? They flocked to the Saudi League. Yes, there we go. But anyway, it has been 36 minutes, so me and the game are literally on the same time. Um, it's been a very, very balanced and even game. Not a lot of action because obviously I've been speaking to you guys, and it's still 1-1. I got goals at the very least, so if I can just get one more goal, it won't be sleep settings on the stream. I think I got caught napping on. I think it was bot stream one time and I was snoring. That was hilarious. But that's just how much time and effort we put into all of this. Um, Let me read some more comments. I see Stephanie. Stephanie, there you go. Not a problem. Thanks for the kind words. Just like helping nice people, especially passionate United fans. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. At the end of the day, that's all I am, right? And this is just a platform for me to be that, without being sin binned. Yeah, I get you, Vegeta. Social inspiration is helpful at times. Fact, exactly, bro. The Bible has a verse that says, "As iron sharpens iron, so does brother sharpen brother." And I think that's why you need like-minded people in life. You just sharpen each other. You push each other. There's almost a competitive but friendly competitive edge behind it. You're like, oh, he's doing this, boom, and you just sharpen each other, bro. And I think that'll be good for us in the community. Eddie again says my older bro got me into it, but he quit for boxing. But I got addicted to United win. So wait, he quit when United were actually winning. That's interesting. I also like winning. I too like winning. So when people say you're a glory hunter, I said, excuse me, was I supposed to support a relegation team when I don't even live in the country? No, no. Da, da, da. Yeah, no, definitely United needs to start winning. That's for sure. But I don't know what it is. I know we lost 3-0 to who did we play today? We played Liverpool. How could I forget? We lost 3-0, sure. But there's still an air of excitement I have there. I feel like the attitude is starting to change. Like I'm not expecting instant, oh nah, another player going injured off today. Mind you, this is the league hasn't started. Yesterday we had one player getting taken off on a stretcher. Now we've got another player from the Stellenbosch FC side getting taken off with a stretcher. Not something you want to see. Ooh, what a corner from Stellenbosch FC! Just as their player comes off, they capitalize. These teams heard me when I said, please give me goals. Give me goals. Please give me goals. Yesterday I was saying, just give me the light. So hopefully I can get goals today, and then from tomorrow we can get the light. I don't know what we're gonna call Ugots when he joins, but it's a goal to Stellenbosch FC. Let's look at this again. Oh, What a beautiful corner kick. Beats the first man, near post, flicks it on to the far post. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. South Africa stand up. Our football is representing. Woo! There we go. Where was I? Where was I? I like reading your guys' comments. It's really I like engaging. I like so guys, you guys drop comments. We will engage. I love this. Let's see here. It says looks like Eddie's agreeing with me. Oh, it's Stephanie rather saying Steph, yeah, especially for this average squad we have, momentum is key. The squad is dead, right? Not dead in the sense like we're rubbish, but I think one of the things I said, I don't know on whose channel, but I'm more like concentrating with this team on the outgoings than I am ingoings. And I know it sounds weird because we obviously need to bring in players, right? 100%. But United have always been in a rebuild phase without actually getting rid of the old stuff. I don't want to say trash because that's disrespectful, but you want to buy and acquire new commodities while holding on to the stuff that's not working for you, right? And for me, that has always been our biggest plight because Ten Hag inherited players from literally two or three other managers. That's not good. And that's you can't say you're in a rebuild if you keep giving the same people extensions after extensions after contract after contract in an attempt to sell them. I don't like that concept of we're gonna give you a contract extension in the hopes of selling you next season because it means we're stuck with you until we sell you. You get me? So we never move on from you, and it's almost difficult because we need to be real. As much as Ten Hag had problems in terms of some of the decisions he made last season, it's also at the same time difficult to try and do something different with the same tools. That's just how I see it, right? So I want to see people that if Wilcox being the technical director, Dan Ashworth, director of football, Omar and Ten Hag all get together and say, this is what we're trying to do because this is the goal. And these people simply aren't equipped. Now, we can't sell everybody. I'm not crazy. I'm not stupid. But I want to see a priority list of you're on big wages. We don't actually need you. Go. You know what I'm saying? Or no contract extension, bro. Like, what are we doing? You're either gonna sell or you're gonna have to make a few sacrifices. We lost Tony Martial for free. We lost David De Gea for free. They hurt, but there are necessary things that need to happen because we need to make room for the players, the right commodities, right? I can't buy a new kettle when I'm gonna and keep my old broken kettle at the same time. That makes no sense, in my opinion. So as much as I think we'll probably bring 4 or 5 players this season, I'm more concerned with outgoings. I still think we can't have a season where we're starting both Lindelof and not starting, but we can't have Lindelof and Maguire still in this team moving into the season. Those should never be options again. It should be one or the other. Just like we had McFred for a while, and we eventually separated them, myself and Fred. Fred is already sold. So now it's not a matter of we're trying to sell both of them at the same time. Now is actually the time to sell Scott McTominay, and I hope Fulham come back with a decent enough deal so that this is the summer. I don't want Scott being here. So for all that he brings us, he's just not good enough. We need to move up a gear. Otherwise, we're always going to be stuck in the realm of mm, top six. Top six. No, 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 no. We can't always be the team looking at Arsenal don't win the league. Oh, City three-peat. We need to be finding ourselves in the conversation, being in charge of our own destiny. You get what I'm saying? Like for instance, I like the fact that we could stop City from winning the FA Cup. It's in our hands. So even with the league, we don't. I'm not having an expectation to win it, but that's the goal. And to do that, you need to make like Sir Braille. Is it Brailsford? He said incremental changes in cycling make a huge difference. I think that also helps in football. If you get rid of a lot of the deadwood now, maybe we don't have the best season. But I think that dividends comes into play in the long term, where you're getting rid of the deadwood, but you're also adding onto the team by adding good players, and you start reaping the rewards of that. You know what I'm saying? So we need to get out of our minds this thing of this player, this player. No, there's actually a lot of people who shouldn't be here, and they're here by virtue of expensive contracts and the fact that we're struggling to move them on. Woo! Almost saw an equalizer. Almost saw an equalizer. So that's just for me. Project United should be that, and I know who I want to see gone. Stephanie says the problem with United is decision making. Need to be ruthless, no sentimentality or player favorites. Facts. Exactly. That's exactly that, Stephanie. Like we can't afford to say. For instance, I'll give you a good example of what you're talking about. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, fantastic servant to us. What is the goalkeeper doing? What is the goalkeeper doing? What is fighting with his own player? Ain't no way, broski. Where's the captain of this team? Anyway, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a good example of what we're talking about, right? Good servant, whatever. But he has his deficiencies. We can't make it seem like the scoop tackle is the be all and end all. I would rather have a player that's got a balance of attacking uh, and defending, because at least I know I'm getting something both ways, you know. And I think for all the praise we give Dalo, if I'm comparing him against other modern fullbacks, I think he also still has a step to go up, because a lot of these fullbacks, as much as I don't think it's their primary job, me personally, but that's me thinking with my old school head. A lot of these guys are getting, I don't know, 5, 6 assists, maybe more in the modern day age. They, for whatever reason, and this is another problem I have with modern football, we've decided that fullbacks have to cross the ball in because wingers refuse to do this. They just want to score goals. I think we can benefit from going back to wingers actually putting the ball into the box. That's just me personally. But if we're gonna do the whole modern footballer thing, then actually get me wingers that help us to do that, where we don't have to worry about short passing. That's another thing. When did normal footballers, everybody on the pitch, not know how to make a short pass? A short pass. Pass. You see me wearing a shirt. Make a judgment call. Am I being marked? Make a judgment call. Am I being marked? Ooh, halftime, guys. Halftime. It is Vegeta time with the game, right? I am watching the game, by the way. It's like right here. But wow, we've got a guy in the other team called Van der Linden. Hey, yo. Maybe he's also Dutch. Ten Hag. Jokes. What does I say? What does I say? But anyway, I was just talking about the squad, what improvements we can make. I am hopeful. I am not going into this um being negative. I'm expecting a little bit more from Ten Hag this season. I hope he's learned his lessons. He seemed to have learned something towards the end of last season. I have a feeling in my gut that United will surprise people, because I feel like people are still looking down at us because it's the fun thing to do. But based on how we've moved internally in terms of some of our restructuring, how we're moving in the transfer window, people aren't taking the piss anymore. We're actually demanding money for our players. We're getting good value for other players. It's making me think that the what do they call them? The winds are changing. I forget what the English saying is. Like things are changing, guys. Like there's never been a better time to compete with Liverpool and City, in my opinion. They're not as good as they used to be. For all the good that Arsenal have done, they're not eons better than us. I feel like that's just something that Arsenal fans um, I think it's just something Arsenal fans tell themselves. Like they're way better than us. So it's not the case. We just have to make small, incremental changes that we might not see the difference now, but over time we will reap the dividends. That should be our strategy going into the transfer window. Uh, I'm not gonna lie to you, Stephanie. I think I need a bigger sample size because I don't want to be a one-hit wonder. These guys could lie to me, but that's why I'm watching the South African Football League because, like I said yesterday, in yesterday's stream, it might have been a little bit late in the evening for me. I was saying that there's actually a lot of value in the South African market, and not just at a senior level. Because I've noticed that we've also got a strategy at United where we're trying to get people while they're young. Because if they don't work out, it's pure financial. It's pure FFP, right? There's a lot of young players that just need to be molded. If you can take a kid who's like 10 years old in South Africa, I know it might be much moving them, but a lot of these kids are willing to do it now anyway. Talk to their parents, tell them you're willing to pay for education and all of that while they're doing football and trying to make an actual career out of it. There's a lot of good players, honestly, on the continent, but more specifically here. I mean, we gave Leeds United Lucas Radebe, phenomenal player. I think he was their captain at some stage. We need those. I think they must just come. But I will put on my scout. I will call the halftime scout and ask him to do a scout report if that's what you want. The scout time with Vegeta Sama. Hey, that's a good segment. That scout time. Hey, I like that. Scout time. Scout time. I can be like, welcome everybody to another episode of the Scout Time with Vegeta Sama. Let's look at what's good in the hood. So anyway, let me bring it back to today's game. The MTN 8. It's a game between South Africa's top 8 clubs from the previous season. As I explained yesterday, my club is not here. We didn't make the top 8, but we don't talk about that anymore. Stellenbosch are leading TS Galaxy 2-1. The stats are currently on the screen. They've had 9 shots to TS Galaxy's 4. They've had 6 shots on target to TS Galaxy's 3. Actually, that's a good shot percentage from TS Galaxy. They just need to be clinical. There's been more offsides from TS Galaxy with 3, but it's a pretty even game. It's not over till it's over. If Stellenbosch scores the next score, personally, I think they are taking the game. However, if TS scores, it'll make for an interesting end to the game. Not that I want to be here for another extra time. That was horrible. I want to take my mates and go to sleep after this. Well, since I've got my stuff set up, I might as well record tomorrow's video and then go to bed. I think that's an actual good idea. So I'm gonna record my video. I'll edit my short, and then I'll drop either one today or tomorrow, and then I'm going to sleep. I'm tired. I'm sick. Um, Never taking care of myself and everybody else around me. My 2 kiddies were sick the whole of last week, so I did daddy duties. For whatever reason, my son only wants to fall asleep in my arms. So that means if he wakes up in the middle of the night, he has to wake up. But it's cool. I love my kids. Oof, that's a beautiful goal, actually, from TS Galaxy. What's this guy's name? It's twice today. It's twice now. I've seen the most bizarre. Let the ball. That should never happen against United. Like literally, balls coming to the defense. No communication between the defense and the defense and the goalkeeper. Nobody saying, like ball dropped before me. Um, and one resulted in a goal yesterday. This one was almost a goal today again. But anyway, it's 2-1 and it's half time. I think they're probably going to start getting ready to come back for the second half. And Stephanie says, Vegeta, what is your favorite United live game that you watched? Do you mean live as in on TV or like in person? Because I would love to. I wish I could afford to go to Old Trafford. The rand to euro or pound conversion is, yeah, it's garbage. But if we're just talking in general, it's actually a game that's post Ferguson. It's a Man United. It's a Manchester Derby game. It was the game. I don't know if we were the home or away team. I think we might have been the home team. We were playing City. Pogba had dyed his hair, right? And it's my favorite just because those guys were expecting um, to win and to be crowned champions. Actually, we were the home team, I think, and to be crowned champions at OT, right? Game starts. I think Company scores the goal. What was the game? It was 3-2 or something. Because I think City went into it 2-0 down. And then second half, I don't know what the chat was. Pogba is like fighting. He gets his goal or goals, I think, at the time. And then it's like we're drawing it. And I'm like, yeah, we're back, you know. Not we're back in the season, we're gonna win the league, but it was just so satisfying to snatch them winning the league on our home turf because for me, there's nothing worse than your rival dunking on you at home. So beating us and being crowned champions, I could not deal with that. So we came back and I thought that's it. But then we get I think a set piece. Smalling scores the goal to make it 3-2, I believe. That wasn't beautiful. That moment, especially I think before Sterling before Smalling scores Sterling. Before Smalling scores, Pogba scores, and he cuts his ear, he kicks the ball. Like I can literally feel that energy of that game speaking about it right now. So that's my favorite game, right? And I'll go on to even answer what's my least favorite, right? Because this is a game I will never forget. You know, out of all the times we've ever been cheated by a referee, there was a game in the Champions League. This was Ferguson time. This was Fergie's team, mind you. I think it might have been towards the end of his career. We were playing Real Madrid, right? And I think it's at the knockout stages. We played them in the Bernabeu. I think we might have narrowly lost, but this was our away goal rules were still in play at the time. Fine, but I knew that irrespective of how we did at the Bernabeu, Old Trafford under Ferguson has always been a different beast altogether. That much I was certain of. And we played so well. We gave ourselves a chance to go to the next round. And then the ref gives us the most crappiest, most bogus red card I've ever seen, snatching our qualification right from under our feet. Because for how good we were still playing Real Madrid. And this referee just killed it for us, bro. Oh, I will never forget that game, bro. I will never ever forget that game. I hated it so much, bro. I'm bitter about that game till today because I remember just watching the screen deadpan thinking, how did how did we lose this game? The boys were up for it. The momentum was with us, and Nani gets sent off for no. Yeah. So those are the two. My favorite game, my least favorite game has to be that one. I know a lot of people say the 7-0, but you have to understand that was a time where United was winning. It's a time where I don't care who I'm playing. If we're at Old Trafford, bro, you are not beating us. I don't know why I believe that, but you are not beating us at Old Trafford. And the ref, I probably should have known by then that the Spanish FA allegedly and UEFA are colluding because honestly, some of the calls they've given the Spanish sides is ridiculous. But yeah, that's me. Stephanie, what is your favorite game? So let's see. Wait, hang on. come back. Oh, it was at the MTN. You know what? They don't have fans. That's probably why I thought it was at Old Trafford. But what's your favorite game and what's your least favorite game? Yep, you were actually at Old Trafford. You must have been so furious. Between you and me, I don't know if you remember the game exactly, but was that a red card? I still don't think it was a red card till today, and I refuse to accept that it was a red card. Hmm. Jose was their manager, famously saying, "Best team lost. We should have given him job over Moyes." Um, didn't Fergie said he wanted to? He actually wanted Jose because I know Fergie respects Jose a lot, but I think Mourinho was at Chelsea at the time, and he wasn't willing or ready to make the switch. Which I guess in hindsight makes sense because as much as Liverpool beat us yesterday, following the manager that made that club successful is not an easy task. So for us, following Sir Alex, whoever was the first manager, in this case Moyes, it was going to be a pretty tough act to follow because this guy is a winner. The players respected him; they knew what he was about, and now you're bringing David Moyes with all due respect. It's not the same. So even with Slot, I don't know his first name. Pardon me. He might be a good manager. I'm not going to discount him. I don't know anything about Slot. But you're coming into a club where this man literally took Liverpool from mediocrity, like mid-table Champions League, maybe winning the Champions League, to 90 points and somehow not winning the league. And I don't think Liverpool fans will appreciate just how much Klopp was when it goes downhill for Slot. Because now there's a different expectation that's been set by Klopp. Even though he's only won the one Premier League, they've had a taste of it. And they're gonna not want to go back. I want them to. I don't like Liverpool. They're not gonna want to go back to being another top four team, top six team. They're gonna want to compete. So Jose would have been great, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to. Modric changed the game that night when Nani. Oh, and we've kicked off for the second half on this side. I'm gonna try and focus, Stephanie. I'm enjoying engaging with you guys, but I'm gonna scout. I'm gonna try. I don't actually know the names of these players. I'll just try to remember the numbers and start looking into their game, where they're at. But Stellenbosch already attacking. What a through ball! What a through tap in. Ooh, nice interception from the TS Galaxy man. But Modric changed the game that night. Danny got sent off. Jose brought him on, and CR7 scored against us. Yeah, yeah. Oh, talk about insults to injury. Having your own legendary player score against you. Ah, that was a tough game. That was a tough game. Corner kick to Stellenbosch FC. Ooh, what a wasted opportunity. It's a free kick to TS Galaxy. Jeez, these Milky Lane sounding teams are actually throwing me off the stream. You're right. I can't unsee it. The chocolate bar analogy of these names, I can't unsee it. Oh no. Yo, is it crazy that one of my goals for this channel is be big enough to be on a fan reaction clippy thingy because I'm a big fan of those. Whenever we win, I love watching those fan reactions just to see the different reactions from the different channels. If I end up on there, I will not read it. Oh, that's such a dumb goal. But anyway, it's there. Big ups to everybody who's still with me. Appreciate it. I know that this is a bit different. I'm watching South African football. I'm watching Stellenbosch. FC from Cape Town play TS Galaxy. TS, I think, is from Mpumalanga. Correct me if I'm wrong. My local fans. Um, but come on, guys. We're going to learn about South African football together. We're going to learn the players. We're going to see if there's any potential that United should be looking at. In fact, potential, because I feel like everybody's looking at the South American League. I mean, think about it, right? If we're all trying to be PSR conscious, 1 rand. Sorry, let me rephrase this. For me to buy a British pound right now, I would need 20 rands, which is our currency. I think 2021, around there. To buy €1 is more or less the same. If you want to talk about value for money, that's all I'm saying. And there is talent, guys. Yo, especially at the top level teams like Orlando Pirates, not so much Kaiser Chiefs, but Kaiser Chiefs, Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns is like 2 different squads. That's how much depth they have. They like City, but with organic growth, if you want to put it that way. Um, so these people just need to be offered opportunities. I mean, they did sign Percy Tau, Brighton. I was so happy. I said finally another South African in the Premier League, and then they just loan him out to Club Brugge, and I'm like, oh, go on, bro. And then they don't even play him. I know there was some weird rule about South Africans needing a certain amount of caps to play in the Premier League. Boo! We want more South Africans. Say we want more of us. Stellenbosch FC on the ball. Bruh, why does South African football get so interesting? Nah, I was a hater for no reason. The pitches, though, need some work. This pitch is garbage. It is bumpy. Put some grass on that pitch. Yeah, no, stand up. They got the ball. Ooh, look, his own players are not even kicking the ball out of play. Manager's even losing his mind, bro. He's like, wow. This pitch is horrible. If United played on this pitch, let's put it this way: if United played on this pitch with the amount of injuries we get in, we would see a lot more. It's horrible. Pitch is not great. Favorite live game at Old Trafford. Wow, 1978. United lost 5-3. Brilliant game. Ron Atkinson, their manager, later became ours. Plus, young Brian Robson played for them, became our captain. Hey! Learning something new. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Wow. You've been a United fan for a while. Kudos. Big ups to you. I don't even know these names. I feel so bad. Is it Cyril, Regis, and Laurie Cunningham were unbelievable. Hope I got those names correct. So since you've been watching football for that long, I'm just curious, like over these eras, because I feel like that would have been a different era to the early Premier League to what the Premier League is now. How much has it changed? Like in terms of the rules, the way we play, um, how much has the game do you think in that time changed? I'm interested, because we always like to compare players from different eras, forgetting that the football and the dynamics and the context was different for each of these eras. TS Galaxy on the attack. Oh, sat him down again. He's dribbling. They can't get the ball off him. Ooh. That man needs to be taught how to pass the ball, and they've got a gem on their hands. Ooh, I'm feeling a segment for us young United fans. What do you think, Stephanie? I'm seeing run it back. vibes, Let us learn. Like, I feel like that would be a dope element to add to this, right? If we could do, I don't know, live, maybe pre-recorded videos, I'll see, of us looking at teams of past, and like you're saying, just some of the these guys didn't play for money, guys. That's another thing I think people don't appreciate. These people played, they loved the game. Yes, they got money, but nothing like today. That would be an interesting one to go back, run it back, learn about the history of the football club and why we are who we are. Stephanie is good for my creative juices. Is what I'm learning right now. It's important. You heard it on here first. So if somebody else steals it, it's because they were watching my stream and they decided they were going to implement it so that by the time I do it, they say I've stolen their idea. It's just stolen their idea. I'm gonna screenshot this. I wanna check this out later on. Boom. Yes, sir. There we go. Anyway, guys, pray for me. I'm gonna do it. Like, it's not even a if buts or maybe. I'm coming to Old Trafford. All new Old Trafford, whatever the new stadium is called. I'm going to be in Manchester. I will, at the very least, this is my goal, right? This is especially in about two, because Sir, no go. Cool. Because our owner, what's his name? Sir Jim. There we go. He says he expects us to be competing in about 2 or 3 seasons, give about. That will be right around my 30th, I think. Around, maybe just after. It's a big birthday. That's what I know. I'm gonna try to put in as much money and effort to get myself on a plane and at Old Trafford. At least one game. In fact, I'll maybe even make it a big game. Old Trafford, Liverpool versus United at OT. And hopefully, you know what? We're gonna do this. I don't know what game it is. We're gonna do this. We're gonna beat them. Future settings. We're gonna beat them, and I'll be there to see it. You heard it here. You heard it here. TS Galaxy on the attack. Ooh, how are you offside, broski? You're not even watching, bro. Come on, brother. Hey. Gary Bailey, our South African goalkeeper, made 2 World Club saves as well. Hey! So we had a South African goalie. Hopefully, we see more South Africans at Old Trafford. One of these days. One of these days. Could have been me, but the Lord said, no, no, no football talent for you. It's not for you. It's not for you. You focus on what I've blessed you to do. And I said, say less, my Lord. You got this. Stellenbosch. Ooh. Stellenbosch. Overlap. Cut back. Go! Get it. Mm. Oh, Stellenbosch pulling a Pirates, killing TS Galaxy. Killing TS Galaxy. Oh, love it. I'm seeing games. I'm seeing goals, sorry. Come on. I love goals. Look at the manager. Manager's like, get it. Goals make games exciting, people. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, celebration. Yeah, man. This is me, bro. When I'm watching games, this is me. Just that most of the time you just see little Vegeta avatar and I don't know. You don't get to see the animations, of me. But I love the game. I love football. And I love my football clubs. That's why even though Kaiser Chiefs disappointing, I could never support another team. I'm loyal like that. Bish Bash Stellenbosch. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Bish Bash Stellenbosch. Big Bash Stellenbosch. I could never say that a lot of times. Hey, looks like TS is not give. Ah man, he's offside. You literally see him offside, and you're passing him the ball. Brother, give me a break, bro. Are you blind? Substitution for Stellenbosch, number 29. Who's that coming off for number 14? Oh, the double substitute. So Antonio van Beek and Sihle Nduli. Wow, I'm like using my English accent saying these names for no reason. Sihle Nduli, Antonio van Beek coming off for Sanele Barnes, and is it any cent Aura or in? Yeah, nah, that's not a good name. Stefanito. Yeah, I see this comment and I'm thinking de 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 ding 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 ding. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. uh Funny enough, like I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but because I work in tech, you always hear the references, and I actually started watching the original trilogy. Original, yeah. I think it's what is yeah the original ones because I actually want contextual clues now. Um, and I want to compare them to the newer ones because the newer Star Wars have been given like a lot of bad reviews. Like, so I just want to see what it was like. Oh, can you get a goal? Oh, that was just good defending. That was fantastic. When a player tucks in the shirt, this man means business, bro. Not here to play games. He's a professional. United Empire Strikes Back. Facts. I get that reference, and I get what you're trying to say as well at the same time. I grew up on Harry Potter. That was my science fiction thing. I watched Lord of the Rings. Fantastic series, just not for me, not my cup of tea. Big Wingardium Leviosa a fan. That is just me. As a kid, young Emma Watson did it for me. Um, Always wanted to get my Hogwarts letter as a kid. That's just me being honest. 11-year-old me thought that letter was coming. I thought, surely I see the magic around me. So I must be a wizard. They can't be. Uh, Sadly, that letter never came. That letter never came. Uh, we need to use the force. He needs to use the force. Man is on the dark side, always in the medical team. The force is not strong with that one. The force is not strong with that one. No, no, no. Don't do it, Vegeta. Don't do it, Vegeta. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Although if I would If I had to have a wand, I would want it in the same mold. Maybe this is a little bit glazing a bit, but no, Stephanie, no, I won't do it. That joke, like you gave me a layer, and I could, but I'm not. That's not the layup I want. Okay. Uh, okay. I'm back. I'm back. If I had to have a magical wand, I have to say the word. I need to put the adjective thing. Magical wand. I want a phoenix wand. I'm not sure if I want it in the same design as Harry's, but I feel like I would vibe with the phoenix core. Definitely a Ravenclaw because my brains. Okay, got them, got these. I like solving riddles, so I'm a Ravenclaw. Um, I did like the look of the Elder one, as in the design itself. I just didn't like the idea of owning it. Because people are gonna kill me just to have the most powerful one. Miss me with that nonsense, bro. I'm okay with being a great wizard. I don't have to be the best wizard in the world. What the heck? You know, the one thing I've enjoyed, sorry, coming back to the game. This is context, back to the game. The one thing I've enjoyed watching Orlando Paris' game as well as Stellenbosch's game, and I'm calling them those games because they're the two teams winning in both games, right? Is the fact that although they're winning, right? And this is something I need to see come back at United. First, start winning. But when you are winning, I want you to take it another level and kill teams, okay? It should never be in doubt who was the good team on the day. You never had chance in hell. Not even you never had a chance. Pardon my language. That's not good. Pardon my language. That's not good. Okay, it's bad. It's bad language. I'm sorry, but be ruthless, man. TS Galaxy are beaten, but still in Bosch are like, I don't know, fancy another goal, man. Just to make sure, or maybe just another goal because I want to go. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Goals make games interesting. Don't ever let nobody tell you otherwise. Ooh, TS Galaxy. I need to get sounds on this. I need to get sounds on my StreamYard. I think I'm gonna take care of that today as well. The other day I was actually at the office and I was watching. I think it was a Ten Hag press conference. Somebody literally taps my back and says, "Oh, the stretch is about to begin." When did United become that, guys? Where people see me supporting my team and it's, oh, the stress is gonna come back now. Oh, United, do the right thing this season, man. I can't deal with the disgraceful comments that people are saying. Um, if you think it's just, if you think it's just as bad. Oh no, nah. Not the mouth. It's coming out of but the. You know what you did, okay? You know what you did, and I just nipped it in the butt. Uh, Even saying that is weird now, but anyway, um, we didn't have VAR, but I believe, and I need to double check this actually because I did bring it up in yesterday's game. I believe VAR is coming to the South Africa Premier League. Don't shoot me. In South Africa, it's called the Premier Soccer League. Yes, yes. So I'm reading this now on gold.com. Who knew? Gold actually cares about South Africa. Cool. Gold.com has an article where they've confirmed that our footballing body, as well as the Premier Soccer League or PSL, are planning to use VAR in the final of this tournament, the MTN 8, the one that I'm currently watching, as well as in the 2024-2025 campaign. So I'm not sure what other country on the continent. I'm not. uh, my mind did go there. I was like, if I say it though, it becomes yeah. Anyway, but going back to the VAR question, I don't know of any other country on the continent because our governments and our football associations tend to just be corrupt. Whatever budgets they get for the game, they don't spend it on the game. So, but we are getting VAR, and I think there's a big chance we will use it a lot better than in England within our first season. Trust me, watch. Don't see I didn't tell you. Like we're gonna see a better use of the system in South Africa than we do in England. And mind you, England's league has millions pumped into it. So there's no reason for VAR to be as bad as it is. Game is slowed down a little bit on the side, people. It's still 3-1. We're at the 68-minute mark. Stephanie, you know what? Thanks for the company, man. Because there's nothing sadder than being on these streams and you just nobody's watching and it's just you. So I'll take any audience. I see it as a blessing. So thank you guys. Let's see here. I had a thought the other day. I will run it by you. To stop this argument about players deserving shirt numbers, e.g., Mount number 7, why not just go back to numbers from starting 11 selected? Okay, okay. Um, it might be a little bit difficult because numbers have sentimental meaning to players. For instance, Onana didn't take the number one. I don't know if he's number one at present, but I don't think he is, right? He didn't take the number one at United, even though we were not keeping David, who was the number one. And I believe his number has sentimental value to him. I know a couple of other players have numbers that have sentimental value to them. So that's the one aspect you have to consider, right? Is that you're basically asking people to give up numbers that mean something, whether it's like a birthday, a friend who played with them who passed on, something is attached to that number, or maybe it's superstition. They believe they play better in that number, right? So, uh, no names on the book of. Okay, hang on. No names on the back of shirts, just numbers. Okay, okay, yeah, but I was even if we remove, I'm just saying, sentimental value, right? That's the first aspect, right? Cool. Then let's say we get people on board with this. I still think that even if we remove the name from the player, some numbers from between 1 and 11 have history behind them, right? There's a sort of expectation, and it's not just at United. For instance, number 7 was always seen as the glamour player, the player that makes things happen. Whereas your ace was your number 10. You get me? The controller, the playmaker. So if we're gonna go back, we also have to take into consideration that the game has changed. So a traditional number 2 might not do what number 2s do today. You feel me? But I'm more than happy. It will be a lot less confusing because what the old way also did was, and I think modern football fans will actually struggle with this concept. Those 11 players were most probably your best players anyway in the team. Even with depth in squad, there was always an 11 set of players that was head and above the other players. And you're basically asking managers to stop being cowards and actually choose a starting 11. whether fans agree with it or not. That is because as much as you want to rotate, successful teams tend to be consistent teams. And what I mean by that is they play a consistent way, they have a consistent starting 11, therefore they can keep developing the same patterns of how they play the game of football. So I think it's a great idea. I still refer to certain positions by their number. I don't do CDM, CM, center forwards, false nine. I just think sometimes talking like that from a football fan perspective, one, I don't have no UEFA benches. Two, it complicates the game. And the game of football, irrespective of systems, was never meant to be complicated, right? Each position required a person with a certain set of skills, to be able to play that role. So when I had a number six, it was an anchor player whose job was to shield the back line, to receive the ball off them, play it into the midfielders who can do what they need to do going forward, right? Number six had to have brilliant spatial awareness. He needed to know what was going on behind him because he has to protect the back line when not in position, right? But he equally needed to have a great vision of the field in front of him because he's who the game gets played through. That's why at United we suffer the way we do because I think sometimes people, when you look at specialist roles, if you want to go down the rabbit hole of using technical terms, not having a six whose job is just to be a six, not an eight that can be a six, but a six, a deep lying player that shields his back line. In other words, before you even asking my center backs to defend, I'm defending. I'm cutting off any potential passes that will bypass the midfield into defense. That's my job. But it's equally my job if we're trying to play forward to come and give my center backs or fullbacks an option to play into so that we build up play. That was always the number six's chief position, right? That's why I like to think of football in numbers. And number nine, and this is why I hate modern day wingers, because they all want glory. They want to score goals. For me, a better winger is a winger that knows how to put the ball into the box for his striker. Because it's the winger's jobs, as well as the ace, to create opportunities for the nine to score. That's their job. How they figure that out amongst them in the front line, hey, don't involve us. That's your job. But your job is to bypass people's midfields and defenses to make sure that the number nine is set up to score goals. I don't give a damn if it's a tap in, it's a header. The point of the matter is those guys' sole job should be for that number nine. That's why number nines used to score the goals they did back in the day. Now we've got wingers with more goals than the actual forwards. I've seen now forwards are being used as decoys for wingers. Ridiculous. That's just me personally. And you know what? With all of this automated stuff that's happening, you will find that the numbers version of football will actually make sense on with the technology involved because remember the technology is going to respond to the rules of the game. Offside, is it clear the line, is it a throw in or not? That's how football is going to be. And I know that people scoff at systems like the 4-4-2, but football is always played in cycles and you're going to see a comeback of two center forwards, one being a 9 and yes, in this case the second forward being your 10, your playmaker, your ace, who if the 6 is your anchor, the person you play through, that number 10 offers that I will receive the ball from the box to box player and create an opportunity, or we'll play off each other. That's just me. I don't look into the whole inverted thing, and I think that's just at a micro level what managers want to do that distinguishes their styles of play. But at the end of the day, the point of football is we kick off in the center line, and from the moment we kick off, the goal is one thing, and that is to put the ball in the opposition's net. That's football. The how might differ, but the what we're trying to do is the same. That's just me. That's what I think. And you'll find that when you start playing football at that simple level and stop complicating things, people who we think are not good footballers will start looking good. If you tell, for instance, I think I don't want to use him as an example now because I'm not sure how I feel about Rashford. I'll use Diallo because he's a good winger in my opinion. If you tell Ahmad, dude, your job is to work with your fullback, your midfielders to put the ball in the net, and you guys, we make it seem like Fergie was crazy when he said, "You guys make sure you find Robin van Persie," because what was Robin van Persie's job? To score goals. That's what they brought him into. They didn't bring him in to be decoy runner Van Persie, hold up play so that the winger can cut in and score Van Persie. His job was to score goals. And Ferguson made it clear, you guys make sure you get the ball to him. He scores the goals. And the people who were getting the balls to RVP had the talents to do so. That's how you build a team. If a person can't, for instance, McTominay, fantastic scorer, whatever. Not fantastic, but he scores goals, right? But that's not what I need him in the team for. He's a center midfielder. He's a center midfielder that can't do the job. Come on. Come on. So when you're asking me, should we sell Scott? Yes, he might have passion, energy, and desire, but for what he is, he can't do it well. He's a center, he's a box to box that can't do the job. Because he's not a 6, and he's sort of an 8. And a push, he's a second striker, but he's not a good ace. He's not a good second striker. Bruno is a good second striker. That's why he's our ace. He's a number 10. That's what he does. Just tell people to do that. Like, we're even getting angry at non-defenders not defending. It's getting to that now. We want defenders to score goals, and we want attackers to defend. Guys, come on. For me, it's ridiculous. The fact that we applaud a defender that can't defend, but because why is my camera zooming in at this? There we go. Hold on a sec. Cool. Anyway, we're 80 minutes into the game. Stellenbosch still doing their thing. Like I said, this is their game. I don't see TS Galaxy barring extra time, that's extreme, and a comeback of significance. Which, look, man, we're the comeback kings. People would have said the same thing about United at certain games, and we would just be like, "Don't worry about it. We got Fergie time. Don't even worry about it. We like to do things difficult." United. United, 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 United. Um, I'm actually curious, you guys. How do you guys feel about me getting a United shirt? Because I'm thinking of getting the United away, which is the blue one, I think, and or the third kit, which is the white one. I mean, I'm gonna get it. I'm just curious how that makes you feel. The goals have been so great in this game. I love them. Good people, as the game is slowly but surely drawing to a close, please, please, please drop a like. I froze. I ran out of hand space.
Drop a like.
Oh no, my wife came to say that, and she doesn't even want. Oh, they said hi though. They saw you walking, and they said hi.
Hi.
Cool. They're gonna see you, bro. What are you doing? Let's see. Yes, my princess, what's going on? Ask your mom for permission to be on camera first.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Let's go.
Sorry, guys. My family decided to be a part of the stream right at the end. They say hello. They say drop a like. They say thank you for the love. My wife says I look happier when I'm streaming, so there's that. You know, she likes having a happy husband. Scotty McTominay has the athleticism and physique to be a top box to box midfielder, just doesn't use it. Do you maybe think it's down to the fact that I know it's been said, I don't know, I don't watch academy football, that he started out as a striker, that deep down that's what he wants to do. It's kind of like how Lukaku's got the physicality to be a hold-up striker, but he just never uses it. And he tries to be a flair player without the touch type of a situation. It's like people not recognizing the gifts given to them and actually doing that. Because I don't think McTominay is a bad player, because he wouldn't be here where he is if he wasn't a good football player, right? At the very least. I just don't think he's a good central midfield. The same way Southgate tried to shoehorn what's his name? Trent, right? He tried to shoehorn Trent in. Like Trent is a good football player. He can do what I actually want my wingers to do, which is put a ball into the net, into the box, sorry. But he's not a good central midfielder. Okay. Klopp understood that and he didn't try this foolishness of playing on the on in midfield. Okay, he understood that. But I agree with you, Stephanie. He doesn't use his gifts. White kit is fire, but like the goalkeeper. What's the black goalkeeper kit look like? Man United. uh, 24. Is that the away one or is it the home one? Away. Away. Let's see. It's giving me the main kit. I don't know why it's doing that. Sing. Oh, it's the third kit. Let's do this. Allow on this page. Refresh. Might as well. Present. Don't know if I'll get copy. Copy what? Let's see. Close. Is this the goalkeeping kit you're referring to? Oh, this is the. Is this the one? Wait, is this a goalkeeping kit? Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no. How are they giving the goalkeeper a fire kit? Hey, that's hectic. Stephanie, wait, is this the kit? I want one now. I think this might be the first time I'm getting a goalkeeper's kit. That's crazy. That's nice. Yo, guys, drop a comment in the video. If you've made it this far, for whatever reason you're watching this back and you've made it this far to my stream, would you get the goalkeeper's kit? Because it's better than the blue one. It looks like it should be the player's kit, not the goalkeeping kit. Wait, is it got the already? Let me see. What Adidas? It's got that old school Adidas logo even. South African retail stores. Look at me. Look at me. Coming close. Coming close. Coming close. Coming close. We need to sell that kit. Because I want that goalkeeping kit now. Stephanie did this. Now I'm going to be a brokey because I'm going to spend money on 2 kits, 3 kits maybe, including my home team shirt. Because I need to have the black one now, surely. Because it's really hard to get shirts after the fact. That's why I'm just, as soon as they drop in South Africa, I'm getting my shirts. Sorry to people who feel like I'm supporting the owners who shall not be named. But it is. I believe my captain said this. It is what it is. Oh, no. A TS Galaxy player just got a double yellow and he's off. Oh, his game is ending in disgrace. It was such an unnecessary foul, too. Oh, no. The game is ending very, very sad for the TS Galaxy side. If I had overlays, I'd actually put like a little red card over here, just so you know that they got a red card and are losing 3-1. At least the coach is not mad at him, I think, because he gave him a handshake. I think his name is Mahlangu. I didn't see properly, but man, hard luck, Mahlangu. At least you made it 90 minutes, buddy. 90 minutes. No, I'm definitely getting it. I'm just saying, I know there's some people who will hear this and be like, "Oh, you're supporting the Glazers," whatever. Say the name. But personally, like, I don't want to buy because, like, some people are saying they're gonna get the fake one, not to support the Glazers. But I'd rather buy a quality shirt that I can wear for multiple seasons than a badly made shirt just because I'm. And I want to get the name on the back of my shirt, so. I'm getting. Also, I want to get a kit for my kids, so I'm gonna spend easily a good 5 grand maybe on all 5 kits. That's why I get up to go to work every day. 5 minutes added on, people. While we're another offside. Like, what is going on today? Oh, Cape Town is just beautiful. Can you just imagine playing football and behind you is Table Mountain? Ah, but the pitch is horrible. They need to fix that. It's a garbage pitch. Table Mountain. I'm telling you guys, like, United needs to bring back the tour to South Africa, bro. I feel like people will one, it's actually pretty affordable to come and go on holiday down here, so you can actually join the tour. We'll also get to see the team locally. It's a really beautiful place as well. Our country. We might have our faults, but it's a beautiful country, man. It's a beautiful country. Uh, it. I think for the time being, because it's their first shirts, and my kids aren't into sports as yet because my daughter is 2 years old. My son is 1, so they're not fully playing sports. I just want to get them shirts because they are Reds, they are United fans. Just so that we have something to put on together as the family. My wife is not a United fan, unfortunately. I've tried to convince her otherwise, but she just doesn't like United. So, and she's a Liverpool fan to boot, so she's gonna get a Liverpool shirt. Um, but it just gives us something to wear when we're watching games together. But as soon as they start like playing sports at school and stuff, they'll probably get the full kit. Why not, right? And I want my kids to have some of the stuff I didn't get the privilege of having. Playing in um nice kids if they do pursue sports, playing in whatever equipment that sports needs. I mean, I'll try my best. Oh, will we see another goal before this game is finished? Oh, goalkeeper was wrong-footed, but it's not on target. He's so lucky. He's so lucky. It is a corner kick to Stellenbosch FC. I'm not sure yet, but I think sorry, this is just a change of topic because when I'm streaming the local games, it'll probably be me primarily on my channel. But I'm gonna just double check with my friends. But I believe because it's much more fun to do this with other people, I might be on Football Power Hour, just streaming it simultaneously to my channel. I don't know yet. It's not set in stone. I'll speak to him about it. It's just fun. I just like doing it with friends. It's like we get to do what we do anyway, which is watch a game of football together and make content out of it. It's fun that way. Um, and he's good people. That also helps. He's good people. I can testify of that. On and off the camera, he's good people. I'm actually not even sure how these things came about, because I think we probably all met on KG's channel. Sorry guys. I'm just a little bit uncomfortable just fixing the chair. We all met on KG's channel, and I don't know who Chip. No. Chip the ball. Chip. What was I saying? Oh, I don't know what possessed me because usually I don't. I'm guys. I swear, like I know you see me now and you think energy. Hmm, he's confident to show his pimple face. Nope. I was the guy that said, you know what? As much as I've got a football opinion, I am too terrified to call in. But I guess it helps with KG such a just a chilled guy, even with the sin bins. I don't mind that stuff. It's part and parcel of the channel. It's fun. Um, he gives opportunities for us to come on, and I think over time that builds confidence. But at the same time, going to meet some good people, man, and it's I guess that's the dope thing about it. And I get Stephanie's good people. Come on, Mr. Riff. It is full time. It is full time, people. It's another full game. I mean, four goals thriller. And I underestimated this game. I'm gonna get more sounds to react to me because I don't like just reacting like this. I want to get my own memes, but um, good games, man. Four goals in 2 games. Are you not entertained? Nah, bro. I'm happy. I'm happy. South African football doing its thing, guys. Stellenbosch win the game 3-1 to make it to the next round. I don't know if they'll be playing Pirates or there'll be a separate draw. Stick around to find out. We still have 2 more games in this tournament, but that'll be played next weekend. So be sure to subscribe. We're going to be covering those 2 games, 2 fixtures next weekend. Hopefully, they are at a very convenient time because Sundays, especially, I've got church, but we'll see what happens with that. Don't forget, guys, I will be dropping a short soon on the channel, so look out for that. I will be dropping I'm gonna actually do a pre-record after this. Edit that, drop that video. Um, I just have to actually do some research as well. So I'm gonna do that. And you know what? I am also going to work on this video. I just got OBS, which seems to be the best thing for reactions. So on Tuesday or Wednesday, look out for that. I'll drop a reaction. What is the game again? I took a screenshot of it earlier. but there's a game that I think you watched in 1978, if my memory serves me correctly. And I will be catching that game, guys. I will watch the highlights, I suppose, of the game, or I'll see if I can get the full game, react, and just chop it up. So I'll actually watch an old game like I'm watching it live, essentially, and I'll react to it. So thank you, Stephanie, for that suggestion. You're fantastic. And this just shows, guys, there's going to be content. Literally, I'm dropping either 1 or 2 videos today and tomorrow. I've got a video coming out between Tuesday and Friday, reaction. And I'm definitely going. When is the community shield? Because I'll probably do a build up to that. And I'm gonna start doing this because I always have my phone in my hand. But I'll also be catching any breaking news. You bet your bottom I'm gonna be here. Or at the very least, I'll pre-record something. So there's gonna be plenty of content, people. The road to 100, we can do this, and ultimately, the road to 1,000, guys, we can do this. You guys can do this. You guys are awesome. It's this Saturday. Ooh, I need to speak to the guys about this. I'm gonna do my own separate preview on here, but watch along for the FA Cup. I mean the Community Shield. Guys, quick one before I actually click off. Does the Community Shield mean anything to you? Do you care about beating City or not? I want to win it. I think as much as the Community Shield is seen as a throwaway trophy, both teams that qualify for the Community Shield, for the most part, have to do something to get there. So United had to win the FA Cup, City had to win the Premier League. It was earned. So yes, it's a community game. It's what do they call it? Yeah, it's a community shield. It's a sponsorship game, whatever. But I don't want to lose. It's a derby. We're playing City. I never like losing to those guys. They no longer we've almost become the noisy neighbors, and I don't like that. So we're gonna beat these guys. Glory, glory, Man United. And you know what? As Stephanie says, as we leave the stream, or maybe you're done watching the stream after the fact, please just hit the notification bell, and we'll be back, people, for more halftime with Vegeta. Peace out.